Hey, what's up YouTube? If you're new and you're just joining us for the first time, say us, but really it's just me. Can you hear the echo? Anyways, um, welcome to another dum da da dum code solution where, okay, something should happen here, where life equal code. See how I did that? All right, so today we'll be looking at numeric data types, and that's in Python. So we're doing our beginner Python series for those persons who are new to programming and learning it for the first time, just like myself some years ago. So, what are numeric data types in Python? Alright, basically it's just a type that you can have your data in. Well, you know you have strings, but they are not numeric. So the numeric data types in Python that you will be using a lot are floats and ints. And that's pretty much it. You were expecting more? Not really. Floats and ints. And what are floats? Floats are really decimal, that what we call decimal or floating point values. Basically any point, anything that's not a whole number, not 1, not 2, but 1.5 or 2.6 or whatever, anything with a decimal place. And ints are whole numbers, which are, 1, 2, 3, 4, basic numbers. Alrighty, so we'll use them a lot in mathematical operators. So this is where it gets interesting, where you can actually do something with your code. Last episode, or last video basically, we spoke about variables and what are variables. So we are going to be using a lot of our variables. So this video builds heavily on the video that was prior to this, which was variables. Anyways, on to what we're doing. Mathematical operators. There's addition. Yeah, that looks familiar. There is subtraction. That looks familiar as well. There is multiplication. Still looks familiar. There is power. Yeah, that looks also familiar from maths class with Grandma Nana. And there's modulus. Now, where did that come from? All right, modulus, we're just adding that to your coding vocabulary. So basically, let's get into our program and see what we can do here. Okay, so we're in our interactive shell. You should have already had that set up. This is idle, so you can click your search button and search your IDLE, and you should be coming to this prompt. This is where you can get to test your code. Alright, so let's get into some of the stuff that we were discussing. So let's create our variable, and I'm going to call mine code. You can call yours anything you want, but I'm calling mine code. And we could say code equal 1. What really going on when you see code equal 1 is that we're saying there's space which is called code in our memory is reserved, and in there we're going to stuff the number, or basically the integer 1. You can press enter. You see that little chevron thing that comes up right here. You see that it's in our memory. To check if it's in our memory, we could actually do this, print, which is print, and we could actually write code and end parenthesis, and what we'll see is 1, showing that the variable code stores the number, or basically the integer 1. Okay, so let's get into our addition. All right, we can actually do something like this. Code equals code, yes, it equals itself, plus 1, and press enter, and you see your chevron, and we could say print code, and guess what we'll be getting? 2, yes, because the 1 that is occupied in code is now increased by adding 1 to it. So what this really is saying is the variable code equals itself plus 1. Why did we have code equal code plus 1? Because if we were supposed to put code plus 1, it would still work, but there'd be no record of memory of it. Of that operation in our system. So when you're adding or increasing a variable and you want to store that variable, you normally have the variable equals itself plus whatever or minus whatever or whatever operation you're doing stored in the variable. I know it sounds weird. It's like saying the box equal the cat plus the dog back again in the box. So yeah, that's how it is. It's like you took your cat out of a box, you had it play with the dog, and then you store both the cat and the dog back in the box, which is our variable. And then you ask what is in the box, which is saying print box, and you would probably get dog and cat, the dog cat combination. Alright, I know that just sounds some weird mutant hybrid kind of thing, but hey, that's it. So the plus here is what we call our addition. That's our mathematical operation, addition. Now let's see some other ones. We can even say code equals itself multiplied. Do not put x. X is not multiplied in this case. X is x. Multiplication is that star button. Wherever you have it on your keyboard, that's what multiplication is. And we could do simple mathematics. We could times it by 2. So we'll be reading it from this direction. So 2 times code is now stored again in code. Yeah, that makes sense. And we can print that out and we'll get, what do you think we're gonna get? 4. Yes. Oh, come on. I'm giving you all these difficult math to solve. Yes. So that would equal 4 because the mathematical operator that we have before us is multiply. So 2 times itself will give us 4. And when we print code, that's what we get. Alright, so let's get into the other one. Minus. Woo! Code equals code, and which is now 4 because code is now storing 4 minus 1, and it works just the way you think it would. So let's print out code to see what happens when we do that. When we print out code, what do you think we get? 3. Yes, the numeric value of 3. That's pretty much how that works. It's not very difficult. You can just, my phone's ringing, I'm just going to ignore it. Code minus 1 equals 3. It's annoying, but I'm still not going to answer it. Could be somebody not so important. And so code times itself would equal, no, code minus 1 would equal 3. So what else do we have to look into? Power. So code equals code times basically the time, hold on, it's code the power to the power of 2. Yes, so that works exactly the way you think it should. So take a look at that code. I'm going to see what's going on. You know what? I'm not going to see what's going on. I'm going to see it right here and check it out. So code times itself would equal, code times the power of 2 would equal, let's see, print, okay, hold on, print code would be getting 9. Yep, because it's now 3, and 3 times itself gives you 9. Okay, that's pretty straightforward as well. See, this code thing is not so hard. Now let's get to that one that you're fearing, which is modulus. What the hell is it? Alright, we're gonna have 9. Hold on, we can have code which now has 9 in it, modulus 2. Could be any number, but guess what? I bet you won't be able to guess what this one's going to be. Alright, let's print code. That's our variable. And look at this one. You've been guessing all of those, but bet me, you can't guess this one. 1. You're going to say, hold on. I'm not making any sense here. How is it 9 modulus 2 equals 1? Alright, the thing about modulus is, this is the only tricky one. Modulus is simple this way. It's how many times 2 can go into 9, but we don't want to know how much times it goes into 9. We want to know what the remainder is. So the remainder is 1. And you want to know why? Because 2 fours give you 8. And then basically 9 minus 8 gives you 1. So the remainder would be 1. So modulus only gives you the remainder. Alright, we could do another easy one, which is code. And code now has 1 in it, divided by 1. 1 divided by 1. Alright, and let us print code. What we got? 1, because 1 divided by itself goes 1 time. And that's pretty much it. So basically, these are basic new mathematical operators that you will use in any language. They repeat. So for Python, it's pretty simple for you to grasp. It's not very complicated. However, these are basic. There are more new mathematical operators that you can look out for, but these are the basics that will come back time and time again, and you will use pretty much. I know we didn't cover floats like we wanted to, but we'll be doing that in the next video. This was just basically mathematical operators using integers. But pretty much that's how it works. You can try some on your own. This is just a basic introduction, not meant to teach you the whole entirety of the language, but to get you started with some very, very simple examples. Thank you guys for joining me. If you're joining me, subscribe, thumbs up this video if you like it. That's pretty much it. We will be doing more and more as much as I can remember. Alright guys,